Hey guys, happy Saturday everybody, happy Saturday. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend and enjoying your time off if you have off on the weekends. And if you're not off on the weekends, I hope you're making hella cash because might as well be if you're working, right? I wanted to come on here because I promised you guys that I would make a video today and talk to you guys about tips and tricks and my suggestions on how to build your social media platforms. So before I get into sharing this information with you, first let me tell you what qualifies me to give you these tips, okay? So first and foremost, my name is Nicole. You can call me Nikki Pludre. I've been making content on social media since 2016. I started really regularly posting around 2017, the latter half, and then the beginning of 2018. I got super serious, and I have been consistently posting content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and Patreon for the last 6 years. I started TikTok in 2020. TikTok was actually the last platform that I joined. But it was actually the easiest platform for me to build a following on. So let's get started. So I actually started my social media journey right here on Facebook. It was 2016. I had 1 year sober, and somebody asked me if I would come share my story in a recovery Facebook group here on Facebook. And so I did. I shared my story, and the person who asked me to share my story, I guess they didn't do their research and they didn't know that I was on Suboxone. And so when I shared my story, I got to the point at the end of the story where I was sharing about utilizing Suboxone as a tool in my recovery. And they basically stopped the live and threw me out of the group. And I was fucking devastated, okay? Because I really looked up to this person. They were a huge recovery influencer back in 2016. So I got really embarrassed and I deleted my social media. I deleted Facebook and I said, fuck this. This is just not for me. I'm not going to do it, right? Well, I sat on it for about 4 or 5 months just stewing, right? Stewing on the fact that I was basically being shunned by my own community because I was choosing to recover differently, because my pathway to recovery wasn't the traditional 12-step abstinent only recovery. And so I'm the kind of person that when something like that happens to me, it fucking lights a fire in me to want to fucking come back and just pow, suck it to everybody, show everybody that I can fucking blow up. You know what I mean? Well, that's what happened. It fucking lit something within me, and I was like, I'm coming back. And so that's when I came back and I started getting serious about posting on social media. And I have been getting serious and been seriously posting ever since 2018, latter part of 2017, early half of 2018. Now, what qualifies me to share with you about how I've built my social media platforms? Well, I have 100,000 followers here on Facebook. I have 185,000 followers on my TikTok. Then I have another TikTok account with 39,000 followers. I have a YouTube channel with 24,888 followers. Then I have another YouTube channel with almost 5,000 followers. And I have an Instagram account with 17,500 followers. So that's what qualifies me to help you and share my knowledge. Okay, so I'm not just coming on here and telling you guys about building a following and I don't have no following, okay? I have built my following from the ground up. I've never paid for promotion. I've never paid for an ad. Everything that I've done on my social media has been organic growth. Me just being my authentic self. So the first tip that I have to share with you if you want to start a social media journey is to be your authentic self. Because coming on and having to put on a show, having to fake the front, having to be somebody that you're not, it is exhausting. And you will wear yourself out trying to keep up with the Joneses. Okay? So just be who you are. You don't have to act like you're something you're not. There is an audience out there for every kind of person. There is somebody that will hear your story and that will relate to you. You are special. There's nobody else like you. Okay? My second tip. A lot of you guys always say to me, Nicole, I just don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. Just start. Stop overthinking it. A lot of you guys want everything to be so perfect. That's not how life is. Grab your phone, grab your camera, and just start recording yourself. Find what you're passionate about and just start recording yourself, okay? Because when you sit there and you're like, I don't know where to start, you're just procrastinating, okay? And then what happens? Then you start overthinking it. Then you start thinking, oh, well, it needs to, then you start comparing yourself. So my third tip, so the first tip was what? Be your authentic self. The second tip was what? Just start posting, okay? And then my third tip to you is, do not compare yourself to other people's journey. Comparison is the thief of joy. Like I said in the second tip, being authentic, being your authentic self. There's nobody else like you. Be who you are. That's what is going to intrigue people to want to follow you, for you. Okay? Marianne says, I wish there was help for me. No insurance. So sad. Marianne, I don't know what you're talking about. There's hella help for people without insurance. In your state, there are programs that help people specifically that have no insurance and no money. You just have to call those places. So what you need to do is you need to go to 1-800-SAMSHA, SAMHSA, and call and get all the treatment centers in your city and state, and call every single one of those places until you find a place that has openings for beds. There are tons of places that have state funding. But I don't work for a treatment center. I don't put people in rehab. So I'm just telling you, there's a lot of help. Anytime that I ever went to treatment, the only time I ever had insurance was when I lived with my mom and dad. And then the last time I went to treatment, which was in 2015, I had Obamacare. Any other time I went to treatment, I called and I called and I called until they had an opening for me. No one is going to save you. You have to pull your head out of your ass and go get the help for yourself. Okay? So coming online and being and telling people, oh, there's no help for me. You have to go and seek it. So I'm not being mean. I'm just shooting you straight. Okay? Nobody's going to come save you. Nobody's going to come save you. You have to do the work. If you want to get your life together and you want to get help, you have to get on the phone. You need to be knocking down the door at every treatment center in your city. Go sit out on the front. You know what I did? I'll never forget it. Recovery Centers of Arkansas said they ain't got a bed for me. You know what my ass did? Took a bunch of Xanax bars and went and slept out on the concrete in front of their motherfucking treatment center until they let me in. Okay? Okay? Because I needed help and I didn't want to die. And if they didn't let me in the treatment center, they would have called the law on me and sent me to jail. At least I would have been somewhere safe. At least I would have been somewhere where there was 3 hots and a cot. So nobody is coming down to save you. You have to get up and save yourself. And you're not going to come to this page, you guys, and I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. Okay? If you want to change your life, the power is within you. Okay? Pity poor me, that don't work around here. Okay? I'm just telling you. All right? No hate. No hate. Okay? No hate at all. But I didn't have insurance or money. And I was literally knocking down the treatment center door, begging them to let me come in. If you want help, that's what you'll do. You'll show up. You'll show up every time the door opens until they have a bed available for you. So, back to what I was saying about your social medias, because a lot of people ask me about getting started on social media. Like I said, nobody helped me, you guys. I didn't have anybody shout me out. I didn't pay for ads on social media. I didn't have like a best friend that's famous that helped put me on. Every single bit of social media growth and success that I have had has been from me pounding the pavement, posting multiple videos every single day. I post 3 to 5 videos a day on all platforms. So the first tip I told you was to be your authentic self. The second tip I told you was to just start posting. Stop procrastinating. Okay? And the third tip I told you was not to compare yourself to other people's journey, because it's really easy to get stuck in the vicious cycle of looking at other people who are making social media content and saying, wow, their content is so good. My content's not as good as that, right? Or wow, they have such a do I look like I have a professional setup? Do y'all see where we're at right now? I'm sitting on the ground in front of my bed with my phone propped up on a water bottle. Just get started. A lot of you guys come to my page and you say things like, I'm struggling, I can't pay my rent, I can't make ends meet. Well, I'm literally telling you that you can make money online with your phone by posting videos. I'm literally telling you exactly what you need to do to start your social media journey and start monetizing your page. If you start a Facebook page, Facebook is paying extra bonuses. Facebook is paying for extra picture posts. Facebook is paying for extra reels. Facebook is paying a lot of money right now. Okay? All you have to do is start posting. What are you waiting for? Start posting. Go to your professional dashboard in Facebook settings, switch your account to professional mode, and get started. Okay? Get started building your social media platform today. That means you're going to make videos, you're going to make picture posts, and you're going to make videos that are just like, you could put just words across the screen, like quotes and stuff like that. All those things are going to help you build your following. Okay? Okay, so if you're like, I can't work, I can't make money. Yes, you can with your phone from social media. So there's no excuse for you not to be successful. That's the only excuse. Don't be your own worst enemy and block yourself off from being successful. Okay? Okay. So, okay, sorry about that. Okay, my fourth tip is make sure that you are consistently posting. Okay, so the first tip was be your authentic self. The second tip was just start posting. My third tip was don't get caught in the trap of comparing yourself to others. And my fourth tip is make sure that you are consistently posting. Okay, so think about it like this. Just like you show up to a job every day and you clock in, your social media platform should be just like you're checking in, clocking in at your job. Okay, every morning when I wake up, I clock in on Facebook. I come, I put a post up, a quote post, something to engage my audience, something to encourage you guys to talk back and forth with me, something inspirational. Okay, then a couple hours later, I'll come back and I'll post a video, something educational about methamphetamine addiction, anything that I am passionate about, which I like to talk about addiction and recovery and drugs, okay, and being a mom and stuff like that. So, no, that's a total waste of your money. That whole Meta Verified thing, don't do it. I did it for a whole year and was paying Meta $14 a month to be verified. Waste. Total waste. It did nothing. It did nothing. Now, if you're like if you're such a big content creator that you have millions of followers and people are spoofing your account and acting like they are you, then yeah, it's worth it to have the blue check. But other than that, total waste of money. Total waste. No reason to have it. Except for people to see it there. And now that it's like, now that you pay to have it, it doesn't even mean what it used to mean. When you used to get it, you would get verified by the platform, and it was like special. Now anybody can be verified because they pay for it. You know what I mean? So let me make the mistakes for you. I made the mistake. I paid for verification for a whole year, and it was a big old waste of my money. Big old waste. So my fourth tip, like I said, is to stay consistent. Just like you check in at your job every morning and you clock in at your social media job. And it takes a lot of work, all right? This is not for the faint of heart. A lot of people think that posting on social media it's a full-time job, just like a regular full-time job. Now, let me tell you, it's a lot better because you get to work from home. You're in the comfort. I wake up and I get to stay in my pajamas at work, right? So there are some really positives about working from home and utilizing social media as a form of supplementing your income. One of the biggest tips I can tell you is to not 100% depend on social media as your full income, though, because these platforms are flawed and there are people who are not going to like you. There are people who are going to want to take that from you. Take it from me. I've lost whole platforms with hundreds and thousands of followers on them. I lost my TikTok account for almost a year, had over 150,000 followers. It took me 7.5 months to get it back, and I finally got it back. It was just gone, wiped from the internet. Last year, I lost my YouTube channel with 24,000 people on it. Boom, just lost it, deleted. I finally got it back. These platforms are not perfect, and so people can abuse the reporting system and take what you've worked so hard for away from you. So, do I recommend 100% putting all your eggs in one basket with social media? No. Make sure when you start your social media journey that you are utilizing every platform. That way you have multiple streams of income. You can have monetization on YouTube. You can be monetized on bonuses on Instagram. You can be monetized here on Facebook. And you can also be in the creativity program on TikTok as well. So you can monetize all these platforms. And I'm pretty sure Twitter is monetizable now too, which I need to get on Twitter, but I have not even... I'm on there, but I don't post regularly. I need to start. But don't put all your eggs in one basket as far as social media goes, because, like I said, these platforms can be ripped from you in a split second. My boss, he had 500,000, I think, 500,000, maybe almost 1 million followers on his TikTok, and TikTok deleted his account. I think it was almost 1 million. It was like 800,000, and TikTok deleted his whole account. But he's smart, and just so you know, this is where I learned all the things that I'm telling you guys about. I learned it from my boss, who is a digital marketing genius. His name is Austin Armstrong, and he's here on Facebook. He's one of my friends. So if you guys really want some good tips, you can follow Austin here on Facebook. He has a company called Socialty Pro, and everything he does is digital marketing related. That's where I learned everything that I'm sharing with you guys about. And so he's one of the people who taught me to make sure that I had backup accounts on all platforms, because these platforms are very unstable. And so, like I said, people can take that from you. But, another tip. So we've done 4 tips. The first tip was what? The first tip was be your authentic self. The second tip was stay consistent. The third tip was don't compare yourself to other people's journey. And the fourth tip, what did I say the fourth tip was, Neil? Damn it. I'm like running out. I'm forgetting my tips. Consistent, authentic, don't compare, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Anyways, that's a lot of tips right there. Okay. Oh yeah. Make sure that you have backup accounts. So if you have, like I have this account. Okay. I also have a page, which is Discovering Nicole Pludre. Okay. So I have a backup account to this account. And then I also have a Facebook group. On YouTube, I have Discovering Nicole 1 and I have Discovering Nicole 2.0. On TikTok, I have Discovering Nicole 7754 and then I have Discovering Nicole. So I know y'all are probably going, damn bitch, that's a lot of work. It is. It's a lot of work, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. One of you guys asked me, is it worth it for me to start posting online? I don't know. Is it worth it for you to make an extra $2,000 a month? To me, that's worth it. To me, getting paid almost $1,000 to post on Facebook for a month, that changed my family's life. I'm not rich. Are y'all rich? I'm not rich. Okay, so an extra $1,000, my husband's like, how much did you make? I'm like, yeah, honey, that's just for posting videos. Okay, so you tell me. And that's just doing the bare minimum. That's just posting content online. I'm not working with brands. I'm not doing a bunch of affiliate marketing. I only do affiliate marketing with Recovery Delivered. Y'all know Recovery Delivered is the Suboxone program I work with. I'm not even like in it like real deep yet. I haven't even got into like brand collaborations or anything like that. So to me, an extra $1,000 a month just to post on one platform is huge. And you can do that too. Okay, that's why I'm telling you guys this, because I know a lot of you guys who follow me are addicts and alcoholics in recovery, and you're felons. Okay, and so it's hard to get a job with a felony on your record. Some of you guys can't get your felonies expunged because they're, you know, you've had more than one, or they're like manufacturing offenses and stuff like that. And so you could monetize your platforms, and that could be a way that you make money for your family, especially in the times that we're living in right now with how hard it is and how expensive everything is. An extra $1,000 a month to post your videos on Facebook could change your life. That's what it did for me. Okay, I'll never forget it. It was probably, 3 years ago when I really started to make a significant amount of money that was like making a change in our life, Neil. Mm-hmm. Like 3 years ago. Yeah, probably about 3 years ago. I'll never forget the first like $1,000 I made. And I showed my husband, look, I just made $1,000 from this platform. And Neil was like, I think Neil was taken back because he didn't, I think, You knew I was serious about social media, but you didn't really think it didn't take me anywhere, did you?
No, I mean, I didn't even know that you could get paid that much by it. I mean,
yeah, my husband didn't even know you could get paid from posting online, okay? And so for me, it was a big deal to be able to hit that milestone. And that's why I want to share it with you guys. I'm not trying to boast or brag. Please understand that. I'm trying to put you on. I'm trying to give you this information so you can start your journey as well. Okay? And so the biggest issue I see with people who are wanting to start posting on social media is they are just afraid to start. They're just afraid to start. They get in their own way. My issue is I need to start doing videos. I only post quotes and information. I really need to get up confidence and just do it. I have the following on Facebook, my recovery page. I just haven't taken the leap. Yeah, like, what are you doing, Rita? If you have 500,000 followers, why aren't you, like, I just don't understand. If you're not going to use that account, you could just send it over here, baby. Okay, I'll take it. I'll put it to use. Okay, like, I just got a notification from Facebook today. They doubled my income on quote posts, on picture posts. Do you hear what I'm saying, y'all? So even if you're not posting videos, If you're just posting pictures of yourself with quotes or words, they're paying double for photo posts, you guys. They're paying double. The other day I posted a post that was an inspirational quote, and I made over $100 for posting that one quote. It was a photo quote. Photo posts, they are paying double. Come on, guys. Come on. Get with it. Let's all get a piece of the pie. There's enough money for everybody to go around. There's enough money for all of you guys to be making extra money on social media. Okay? I had 400 followers, made about 12 videos, and I got embarrassed and deleted them. Why? Do you see what I talk about on my videos, girl? I talk about seeing Cy from Duck Dynasty coming out of the fucking air vents. Why are you embarrassed? What do you have to be embarrassed about? You know? Don't be embarrassed. You just got to keep on doing it. This is what I'm talking about. Letting yourself get in your own way. Letting yourself block you from a blessing. Okay? Being able to monetize your social media is a blessing. And you're letting yourself be blocked from that. Okay? I was posting when I was the heaviest I've weighed. I was 250 pounds, you guys. And I was in front of the camera posting videos every single day. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can post videos at almost 300 pounds with my chest out like cock-a-doodle-doo, I'm the cock of the walk, then you can do it. Every single one of y'all, okay? I'm slowly getting my following up, but I need to start doing videos. That's where I'm lacking. Yeah, and like I said, you hear what y'all are saying? Y'all are saying, I need, I want, I should, I did. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, honey. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Start. Get out of your own way, okay? And just start your journey. Start today. When you hang up this live stream right here, go make an introduction video. Go make a 30 to 60 second reel and say, hey guys, what's up? My name's Nicole Pludre. I'm a person in recovery and I love to talk about drugs, okay? Or whatever you want to talk about. Y'all know. So, and I started from the very bottom. I had nobody following me. This account, I had 0. I had nobody following me. You guys say, oh, I have all this help. No, it was just me and my husband, 2 junkies who just got sober. We had lost custody of our son. We had to fight for custody of our son. If you mean like my mother and father-in-law, like they're not even on social media. I just started. No, there's nobody that was promoting me. There was nobody that was lifting me up. There was nobody that was throwing me out there and giving me an extra chance. I just started. Everything I did was from the ground up. All by myself. You know? And as far as financially, same situation. I got a job. I was working at a sandwich shop called Nukes, you guys. For literally, I was making $200 every 2 weeks. Like barely making any kind of money. That's what inspired me to start posting on social media, was I had been watching people on YouTube for like 2 or 3 years. And I was watching like really famous YouTubers, you know, with millions of followers. And they have like these like really luxurious lives and they're making a lot of money, right? And I thought, oh my gosh, if I could just make $200 to help my family pay the light bill. That was my goal, just to be able to help pay a bill, you know? And this was before I even had a car. I didn't have a car or anything. And then I started my social media, and like I said, it took years before I was even able to monetize. I was just making content, just making it, working towards building it up. I wasn't making anything for years and years and years and years and years. And so I'm just trying to explain to you guys that it takes time, but it's worth it, and it can help you. It can help you change your life. And so get out of your own way. Stop making excuses. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. And start. Okay? Okay. So let me think of some more tips that I wanted to tell you guys about. Okay? Okay. Here's an important tip when making videos. All right? So the first 5 seconds of your video is going to be the difference in whether somebody watches the video or clicks off and leaves. Okay? So a lot of you guys always say things to me like, we feel like you're glorifying addiction. Okay? Because I start my videos off saying, crazy shit I didn't see when I was high on methamphetamine. Or I say, my name is Nicole Pludre and I love to talk about drugs. There's a reason why I do that. It's to get you to stop and watch my video. Because you're scrolling. And y'all know, I love to scroll, how fast we can just be scrolling, mindlessly scrolling. So I want to stop your scroll. Okay? Samantha says, that's how you got my attention. Girl, I know. And listen to me, I did not realize this for the longest time. It took me forever to get to stop people's scroll, okay? And one day I was sitting at the house and I was on TikTok actually, and I was going to tell story time. Somebody had commented that they wanted to hear a story time, a crazy story time. And that is what catapulted me into crazy shit I didn't see while I was high on methamphetamine. Like, I was just sitting in the truck. We were actually, me and my husband and my son were, we were at either in Pettigene or Branson or somewhere. We were on a little family vacation for a couple days. And I was in my husband's truck. I had my phone. And I just popped on real quick. And I said that. And it rhymed. And I said, oh, shit, that sounded good. That's a great fucking introduction. And so I just went with it. And the rest is fucking history. So that's what you got to do. You got to separate yourself from the drones of millions of other people making content, right? Do I mean that you have to have a hook like I have in the beginning of your videos? It can be anything, okay? You could come on. I follow this guy on TikTok. And when he opens his videos, he goes, ah! He does this like high-pitched like ah! Scream. He'll just come on. All of a sudden, you'll be scrolling, and all of a sudden, he'll go, ah! And it's just like, whoa! But it works, and people stop. Okay? Then I follow this other girl. She does makeup, and she puts a ton of blush all over her face, and then blends it in. And that's what makes people stop and watch her, is all the blush all over her face. You know? So I'm not willing to do like crazy stuff like with my face and stuff like that, but I ain't judging you if you do. You know, like it's all about getting people to take time to listen to what you have to say. And it's a rat race out there. So sometimes you got to do some shit to get people's attention. Because like I said, everybody's mindlessly scrolling. But the easiest way is to use a hook. Okay, that's what we call them. The crazy shit I didn't see while I was high on methamphetamine, that's a hook. Okay? My name is Nicole Pludre and I love to talk about drugs, addiction, recovery, and so much more. That's a hook. Okay? And so find a hook that works for you and use that. And that will help you to engage your audience more. So they'll stop and actually listen to what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a really good tip that took me so long to figure out. I'm trying to think of what else I can tell you guys about. Okay, there's going to be tons of negativity, okay? I get trolled so hard. There are people who have dedicated pages to just talking shit about me, okay? There's actually a woman right now who's trying to get me fired from my job because I talked about defending my home in a video, and I talked about, you know, having the right to bear arms, okay? And so there's people who take what I say and they twist it and take it out of context. There's people who have called CPS on me. There's people who have called the police on me. There's people who have, like I said, mass flagged me. There's people who have just harassed me for years online. Years. And so the one thing I can tell you about dealing with social media negativity is do not acknowledge it. Do not acknowledge it. Have you ever heard of the Barbara Streisand effect? I never heard of this before, but I heard somebody speaking about it. And what it is years and years ago, there was, let me find, do you have your phone over there, Neil?
No,
Let me grab it for my son. I want to read this to y'all. Okay? And then you'll see why I say this.
There's like 3 zombies.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, my son's gaming. Okay. Streisand effect. Okay, listen up, okay? All right. I'm going to tell you how I deal with it, but I'm telling you the truth, okay? Okay. This is what the Streisand effect is. The Streisand effect is an unintended consequence of attempts to hide, remove, or censor information where the effort instead increases public awareness of the information. The effect is named for the American singer and actress Barbra Streisand, whose attorney attempted in 2003 to suppress the publication of a photograph showing her clifftop residence in Malibu, taken to document coastal erosion in California. Inadvertently, it drew far greater attention to the previously obscure photograph. Okay? So basically, a picture came out that she didn't want put online. And she went into overdrive trying to hide this picture from other people. What instead happened is it brought more attention to said picture. So, for example, there are tons of people who make content about me every single day. Okay? They say horrible things about me. They lie. They call CPS on me. They send the police to my house. They try to get me fired from my job. Okay? I could very well try to hide that, try to censor them, try to report them, and what would end up happening is it would bring more attention to it in the long run. Okay, so what do I do instead? I just don't acknowledge them. I don't engage with them. I don't go back and forth with them. Now, this is after learning the hard way. Because I used to feel the constant need to defend myself. Okay? I used to feel like I needed to get online and tell people what this person's saying about me is a lie. And defend myself. But I learned the hard way that what I was actually doing was promoting that person's content on my large platform for them. So a lot of the times people who are making content about me don't even have 500 followers, okay? Don't even have 2,000, whatever. They're smaller. They're a lot smaller. And so by me coming on and talking about it brings more attention to it. And I would just be highlighting them and bringing more people to them. So I learned the hard way to just not go back and forth with people who are doing those types of things to me. People have taken it into my real life, like I said, called Child Protective Services on me, called the police on me, tried to get all kinds of horrible things happening to me. The great thing about it is I'm just not doing anything wrong. I'm not using drugs. I'm sober. I'm taking care of my son. I make sure he goes to school every day. I follow and abide by the law, and that's all that matters. So if people try to hurt or harm me, come on over. The police are more than welcome to come in my home anytime. I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? And so I learned the hard way to not go back and forth with these people, because once somebody has their mind made up about you, a lot of the times there is no changing their mind. Once they have their mind made up about you, that's it. And so if somebody wants to say horrible things about me, if somebody wants to take things that I say out of context, then that is their prerogative. That is their freedom of speech. Okay? That is their opinion, and they are entitled to that. And so I just don't engage. So if I could give you guys the biggest lesson I learned in the last 2 years especially, is when you have social media trolls, people who are targeting you, trying to harm you, do not engage. Do not engage. Okay? I promise you, you'll thank me later. All right? All right. So let me see what y'all are saying. Okay. So when it first started happening, it used to scare me because I have PTSD. Okay? I have PTSD from CPS taking my son from me. When I tell you guys, I am so fucking afraid of them motherfuckers. I don't ever want them in my life ever again. And so it's like, it used to really scare me. But now, like I said, I stand 10 toes down. I know I'm doing the right thing. I know that I'm sober. I know I'm taking care of my child. And that's all that matters, you know? Do you ever have people in your personal life to watch and question these things? What do you mean to watch and question? Oh, my whole family watches my social media, if that's what you mean. Like my mom and dad follow me on here. My old boss, Miss Kathy, she follows me on here. The stories I tell you guys, the people I name, they're friends of mine here on social media. And they will vouch for me and tell you, yep, she ain't lying. That's who she is. And, I will never, like, even with the girl who called CPS on me, like, I forgive her. We're not best friends anymore, but I forgive her. It's all water underneath the bridge. At the end of the day, it helped save my life. And I'm not going to come on my platform and bash her or bash anybody else, especially, for the things I did when I was in active addiction. You know what I mean? That's part of my creator niche, though. Sharing my story and journey as I'm still going through it, even the hard stuff. Good job, Samantha. That's great. That is great, baby. The only thing I worry about with you still being involved with them, I'm just a little bit iffy about starting social media when you have them folks in your life, because I've seen them use people's social media against them. So just be really careful. You know what I'm saying? I started sharing my story after my case was closed, and that was what was best for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not judging you. Like I said, if you know what's best for you. Just be really, really careful. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Do any neighbors or friends or people from your son's school, whoever, do they ever question you about the things that other people say about you? No. I was really worried that, like, people from my son's school wouldn't want my son to hang out with them, wouldn't want to hang out with me because of my past. I've been very vocal with my son Nate's friends' parents about my past, and so far, all his friends that we have chose to continue friendships with have been really supportive and see that I'm sober and that I have turned my life around, and I'm very, very fortunate of that. Now, there are a couple of his friends who kind of like just dropped off and weeded themselves out. I can't help but think maybe it's because they didn't want their kids hanging out with, you know, somebody's kid who was a felon drug addict in recovery. But that's just my assumption. I've never had anyone say anything like that to me. And I've never had other mothers come to me and tell me people are saying that about me. So I'm really, really grateful for that. You know what I mean? All the mothers and little boys that hang out with Nate, I don't put their children on my social media. That's one of my main rules, is I will never film your child and put them on my social media. And I don't like to film my own child and put him on my social media. Every now and then I'll put a picture up with me and my son, but I very seldomly now. But I keep that separate. Like, you know, my little boy and his things are separate from my social media. Did you find yourself tired most of the time? I'm finding it hard to find pleasure in doing things that used to make me happy. Hey, Vincent. Yeah, that's I'm pretty sure that's called anhedonia. But 100% hell yeah. And let me tell you what was I was my own worst enemy, Vincent, in early recovery. In early recovery, instead of getting out and exercising and eating healthy, I reclused into myself and I started eating copious amounts of unhealthy food, and I gained over 100 pounds. My biggest piece of advice to you, if you're in early recovery and you're just getting sober, is to really make sure that you have a well-balanced diet and exercise and getting outside, because it is so easy to recluse within yourself and then find yourself 7.5 years later, 8.5, 9 years later, down the road, like me, 100 pounds overweight and miserable. Okay. And so I know it's challenging at first to start the healthy habits, but if you start them in the beginning, then you won't have to go back and make up for all that time like I did. Now I'm working on, I've lost 65 pounds and I have like 26 more pounds that I want to lose before I hit my goal. My goal weight is 160 pounds and I need to lose 26 more pounds to get to that. So, my advice is to start a healthy eating exercise regimen right now. And that will help you with your mind and your, energy, you know? Yeah. I'm telling you, I wish that I had listened to people, and it was so hard because it's a lot easier for me, at least, to just get on the couch and watch my favorite shows and eat candy and bonbons and Zuzus and Wham Whams. And, it's challenging for me to make myself get up and move my body and exercise and eat right. It is a challenge. And so, I wish that I had done that early on, and that will help you. That will help you tremendously. But 100% yes, especially coming off of stimulant addiction, off methamphetamine addiction. I had no energy. I had no motivation. I was extremely lethargic. I had no pleasure in anything I was doing. I was miserable. So yes. But I made myself even more miserable by binge eating and holding myself up. And everything kind of just happened. Like, you know, I got sober in 2015. 2019, the pandemic started, 2019, 2020, the pandemic started. And so it was just like a perfect storm of things, you know what I mean? But looking back on it now, I wish that I would have worked on my physical health, not just my mental health, because I was so hyper focused on my mental health, you know. But anyway, I think that's a lot of the tips that I have for y'all as far as hey Scott, I appreciate you, I really do. Y'all, I told y'all what happened, or at least I posted it. My husband came home today and he said, "You'll never guess what happened." And I'm like, "What?" And he said, "I was at the gas station and this girl walked up to me. She's like, 'I need to talk to you. I know who you are.'" And he was like, "Oh my God, like what?" And she was like, You're Nicole's husband. I watch her on social media every day." And I was like, I have never had anyone stop me in real life because of my social media. This is the first time this has ever happened. And it wasn't me. They stopped my husband. Can y'all believe that? They seen Neil out in the fucking wild and stopped my husband. But I thought, how freaking cool is that? So if you're local and you're in Little Rock or the surrounding area and you ever peep me or Neil out in the wild, out in public, you better fucking come up and say hi to me and tell me how long you've been in recovery. And if you ain't sober, that's okay. Just don't offer me no fucking drugs, because I will have to go off on your ass. I will have to go off on you if you offer me some fucking drugs. Some of the other issues is I have pain in my ears sometimes and sinuses. I'm not sure if it's from the smoke and grinding my teeth. Oh yeah, you probably need to get that looked at. So y'all need to go to the doctor. Listen to me, okay? If you're having problems with your ears and your sinuses, you need to go to the doctor and have a once over done. Don't not do that, you guys. I put off going to the dentist and the doctor for so many years in my sobriety. And I lost a tooth because of it, motherfuckers. Okay? I'm a toothless motherfucking McGee because my ass didn't go to the dentist after I got sober and get my shit checked up on. Okay? I also didn't go to the fucking doctor after I got sober and fucking ended up finding out I had diabetes. Okay? So, when you get sober, you need to immediately go to the doctor and get a whole ass physical done. And you go to the doctor and you go to the dentist. Okay? And then you need to go to see your doctor once or twice a year for checkups. Make it a point. Okay? It's important. It's important. Or else you'll lose a tooth or become diabetic and not know it. Or you can have hepatitis C and not know it, you know. Thankfully, I found out I had hepatitis C when I got sober. And I also had my son tested for it because I didn't know if I had it when I gave birth. And so, I'm sure they would have told me back then, but obviously I didn't have it, and neither does my son. But I had hepatitis C, and I also gave it to my husband. And so, bye Rita, see you later. So you really got to make sure that you go and you are taking care of yourself, okay? Go and get yourself taken care of. But anyways, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you guys about building your social medias. I just don't get in your own way. Like I said, don't get in your own way. You can be successful, okay, just by being your authentic self. And that's what sets you apart from everyone else. There's no other person like you. You are special, you know? Hey, Scott, what's up, honey? We're like peanut butter and jelly now. I have 0 drive and I feel like no desire for anything. Welcome to the fucking club, Vincent. But you can get that back. Me and my husband, we used to fuck like jackrabbits on methamphetamine, and wild, right? What we do now is we talk and we communicate with each other. We're also getting older, so we're like kind of set in our ways and stuff. But I think it's really important if you're in a relationship with somebody that you have communication. And so if you're struggling with, not feeling like your sex drive is up and it's making you feel insecure, like try to remember that the other person is probably feeling the same way. They probably feel insecure as well. And so instead of assuming that somebody isn't attracted to you, or your significant other doesn't love you or doesn't want to be with you intimately, don't assume those things. You need to talk to them. You need to say, hey, I really miss having sex with you. I really miss being close to you and being intimate with you. Can we set aside some time to be intimate and connect with each other and talk with each other about it? Because 9 times out of 10, the other person is feeling the same way. They're just scared to say something. Me and my husband went through a stage where, like, I was really sexually active, or I was feeling very sexually active, and he wasn't, and I was really mad at him, and I felt rejected. I felt like he didn't want me, and I was assuming those things, and so also, like, a lot of the times when men get sober, they will struggle with testosterone, lack of testosterone, low testosterone, and you need to get that checked as well as females need to get their hormones checked, because that can also, your hormones and your thyroid, ladies, and guys, your testosterone, because years and years and years of opiate and meth and all the different drug abuses affects your testosterone. It can make you super fucking depressed, guys, and make you feel tired, make you feel lethargic, make you feel no pleasure, and 9 times out of 10, you got hella low testosterone. I have seen it so many times. Guys, go get your testosterone levels checked. So, I hope that helps you guys, because it's really, really important. Really, really important. And it will help you in the long run, But like I was saying, I'm glad you're back in here, Mary. Mary, I was telling you in the beginning of this video, go to your local treatment center and post up outside the treatment center. Knock on the door and say, I need help. And sit out there until they have a bed opening for you. If they don't have one open for you, they will help you find a place that is. I've had to do that several times myself. I did that at Recovery Centers of Arkansas. I drove all the way from Hot Springs to Little Rock and slept outside on the concrete in front of the Recovery Centers of Arkansas until they opened, until I could get a bed. And so when I tell you guys these things, it's not to be mean, but I'm telling you this because nobody is going to come and save you from yourself. Okay? It's not to be mean. It's not to be harsh, but sometimes you need to hear it. You need to know that the only person who's going to save you is you. So get out there, go knock on them damn treatment center doors, post up outside if you have to, beg them. If you can't drive down there, call every single day. If they say there's a waiting list, have them put you on the waiting list. That's what you have to do. I had to do the same exact thing. I don't come from money. My parents didn't have 30 grand to send me to rehab. I had to do it all on my own. So I love you guys. I hope that me sharing with you guys about the different things that can help you build your social media, I hope those things helped you guys. And I also hope you know that the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because, like I said before, a lot of us are felons, a lot of us are addicts in recovery, and it's hard for us to find employment, right? You can make money off your social media, monetize your social media, and that can help you until you find a job that you want to do in real life, right? And so I'm just trying to give y'all some good suggestions and things that you can do from the comfort of your own home. Do you know what I'm saying? I went to 16 rehabs and 9 psych wards, lived in my truck, 7 outpatients, arrested twice. Yeah, so you know the deal, Vince. You know the deal. I don't want to set up any false reality here on my page. Like, I don't work for a treatment center, you guys. I'm not trying to get you into a treatment center that I work for. Like, I'm just sharing with you guys what I did and what it helped me. You know, I'm not gaining anything from you. I'm not trying. I don't need you to have insurance. I don't need you to not have insurance. I don't have any special information to give you about getting sober. I don't have any special treatment center that you can go to. Bottom line is you just have to choose it, right? Choose what works for you and take that route. You know, I have no ulterior motive here on building my social media. I didn't build this social media because I need to put heads in beds. You know, I don't work for a treatment center or anything like that. I'm just on here sharing my testimony and sharing what worked for me and trying to give people some good, solid, like, hey, wake up and smell the coffee. Like, you got to start making changes in your life. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody came and did it for me, you know, and it's hard to make changes when you've been using drugs for 10, 15, 20 years. It's hard to change those habits. You know, it's challenging as fuck. But if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it, you know? It all comes from within you. You can do it. So anyway, y'all know I like to talk a lot, so I'm going to shut the hell up because I think I've said enough today. I hope that this video helped you in some way. If you guys have more questions or more in-depth questions that y'all can think of, comment them and I will try to go in and respond back with a video, like take your question and highlight it and make a video response for it. If it's something you don't feel comfortable, put in the comment section. You can send me a message. I really want to make something clear though. If you send me a message, a lot of the times the messages go to spam, so I'm not seeing a lot of y'all's messages. I've tried to go through and get to my spam folder, and it's so full, I can't even, it won't let me open it to get to the messages. So I'm not purposely avoiding you or trying to not answer you. If you leave a comment where I can see it and tag my name, that's a lot easier because I can just go through my notifications and see the comment tag. You know what I'm saying? But I do the best I can. I don't have anybody else managing this page. It's just me. You know what I mean? So bear with me. If you're in a 991, if you're in a 911 situation, if you need help and you are literally dying, call 911. If you are suicidal, call the suicide hotline. Okay? There's nothing I can do for you from my Facebook page. Okay? If you are in dire straits, you need to call and get help. You need to, like I said, go down to the treatment center, sleep outside on the bench outside the treatment center doors until they open. Okay? Like coming on my page and commenting and then saying, you didn't answer my message. Like, I can't do anything from here. I'm just a regular person like you. You know what I mean? So if you need help, you need to call 911 or go to treatment, or, you know, go to the treatment center, go to the local sober living, go to your local AA meeting. That's another great place you can go and get help. At the end of the meeting, you can raise your hand, let people know that you're looking for help and that you don't know where to begin. A lot of people that go to those meetings work in the treatment centers that are local to you, and they will help you. Okay? So I hope that helps. Like I said, I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being so for real with you. I'm just a girl that's posting videos on social media talking about her recovery. I'm not special. I can't save you from anything. I'm just sharing with you guys what worked for me, okay? I just really don't want to give you guys false expectations, and I see people doing that online, and I think it's dangerous. Like, I'm just sharing with you guys what worked for me. I care, and I want you to get help, but you have to be the person to do that, okay? Okay. All right. I think y'all get what I'm saying. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to my mom and dad's house tomorrow because my dad's birthday is on June 4th. So y'all probably see some pictures of me and my parents. Maybe I can get my mom to do a couple videos with me about her experience, you know, with my addiction and how it affected her. And then I'll talk to my sisters and have them share their experiences about how it affected them. So be on the lookout for some videos with my mom and my dad and my sisters. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Bye.